Now, this is a very interesting case. We've got this inquiry about a tattoo removal on this area. It's a skin type 5 or 6. I think it's more 5 and 6. The problem is that laser doesn't seem to be very effective, and there's a high risk of hyperpigmentation, and actually makes it look, apparently, according to the subject, even worse. Now, is a double layer tattoo. Is also quite easy to tell by this area here. So you can tell there's a double layer tattoo. So it's very hard to fade, and it starts to get scarred as well. So the we've been contacted in order to get some advice and see what can be done. If it were a smaller area, then surgical excision would have been the best option. Unfortunately, it's too large of an area for surgical excision. So the only option is either live with it or just have treatments done every 3 to 4 months for a number of years. And you should not be expected to ever remove completely this tattoo without leaving any trace. The tattoo, most of the pigments could possibly be faded. However, there's going to be some scars of some form, and it's not going to look very pretty anyway. Unfortunately, that's not great news. Although people want to advertise that they can actually remove all tattoos seamlessly, something of the sort, especially once you know that the area starts to scar, and there's not much that can be done in order to get a complete seamless removal. So something can be done in order to try and fade it as much as possible over the years, I would say, to be completely honest. But if you actually want to use plasma with osmosis, then you'd actually want to start on a small area. I would say on an area in this region where there's not much stretching, and then move up and up and up and up. But again, it's not going to be easy task or anything. We're talking about several treatments worth several thousand pounds in the UK in order to get some fading that is acceptable. So it's not an easy thing, unfortunately. It's a long process and painful, and there's no guaranteed results. It's guaranteed that it's possible to actually fade the tattoo, but it's not going to look pristine once the job is done. It's going to take years in order to get a good job done there. I think if the quickest option would be surgical removal and skin grafting. That is the best option in my opinion, given the efficacy of lasers and the risks involved in treating such a large area in order to try and fade the tattoos. But I would say if you want to try and do a patch test, that's going to give an indication of how the tattoo is going to respond on a small area, and then you can actually make a better estimation of what the best way forward is. So I'd say if you come with a client, if a client comes with this sort of tattoo, with this sort of problem, you want to do a patch test first. Laser, if you've got a laser, and plasma with salation, which is going to be much better. See the results, and then you can actually make a guesstimation of what the best course of action is going to be. But assuming the worst of the worst, surgical excision with skin grafting if the tattoo does not respond well to patch testing. That's what I would say. And then patch testing, always remember, it's got to be done in the same way as you would actually do the treatment, the full treatment, but on a small area. So basically you can actually know what the way the skin would respond, and the tattoo would the way the tattoo would respond, and therefore we can have a good estimation of what it's gonna be like during the full treatment. Hopefully this was of use.